Today, President Obama showed us how weak he really is. He sounded resolute. Hi, it's gotta be done. We've got to attack Syria. We've got to get us off. But, we don't have to do it today. We gotta do it. But I could wait a month. Hell, I could wait a year. I was going for the Congress. What if they turn you down, Mr. President? Then you look totally weak and helpless. Sometimes in leadership, you have to do what if you honestly think something needs to be done. You have to do it in spite of what public opinion and what Congress might think. If you thought that what Assad did was so horrible, you'd launch those cruise missiles right now. But since you're willing to wait at least 9, 10 days, maybe you don't think it's so important after all. I'm sure the people who were gassed and went into convulsions and died horrible deaths, I'm sure they would appreciate your dilemma. But, sir, sometimes when you lead, I know you don't like to lead, but sometimes when you lead, you make people mad. George Bush made people mad. If George Bush thought that this was such a threat, he would have done as Ronald Reagan did against Libya. He'd have bombed the shit out of it. So which is it? If it's not that important, then don't send the units into the area. Oh. But if it's important, let's get this strike over with. Then you can go on with the rest of your agenda. Because right now you're going to be ignored till we have that vote. No one else will want to talk about health care or any of the other things on your plate. They'll just want to talk about Syria. You should have gotten this out of the way right now. Right now. Where it is frustrating to me to watch incompetence in the White House. But we're seeing it on full display. Even Neville Chamberlain would say, come on, make a decision. Well, maybe someday you'll be able to make decisions. Let's just hope your daughters know how to make decisions better than their father does. Because it seems to me that what you've been saying about how urgent, how critical this situation is, was all just talk. And by the way, after 9 days, sir, if you get this approval, it better be longer than a 3-day strike. Because if it's not, if I go to Congress, go to all this trouble to get this authorization, then hell, Ronald Reagan wouldn't have bothered again. Ronnie would have just done it. You might as well take out the regime. I mean, hell, if it's that important to you that you gotta go to Congress, can't just do your airstrikes. You keep saying you had the authorization over to the War Powers Act. And most presidents stick to their guns on that one. If they think they have authorization to the War Powers Act, they go ahead and do it. But you, Mr. President, you're too weak of spine to do that. You want to be liked. You want to be the cool kid. Well, sometimes, sir, making a decision means making people mad. And if you don't weren't prepared to make people mad, you should have stayed in Chicago. Alright? I'll tell you what, why don't we do I wish we could do a redo of the election. I really do. I mean, now you know how weak this president is, and you guys are stuck with him for 3.5 years. We're all stuck with this man for 3.5 years. Through his actions today, through his delay, he has made war in the Middle East more likely in the long run. They're less likely. And the next president is going to have to clean up your mess. Congratulations, you've had a good Saturday. Go play golf, have a barbecue. Don't worry about it. We'll check back when we've actually got a president. Okay, I'll check back with you when we've actually got a president and you're back in Chicago. Thank you for listening to me.